This might be a good time to mention a little scheme I have for what I call organized ignorance. I've often been puzzled by the fact that the greatest discoveries in the world, when you look back, are perfectly easy. They can be put in a textbook. But the same discovery, when you were looking forward as a problem, impossible. Why is knowledge so easy backwards and so hard forward? Well, it's obvious that this is true, because there isn't anything that has been discovered that can't be taught quite easily. Why is it so hard to discover it? Well, first I thought, suppose the cancer experts came to the studio with their problem, set up a model of their experiments and their procedures in studying cancer, and said, we have got to this point and we cannot get any further. They broadcast that to 1 million people once. It is obvious that there'd be one person in 1 million who would see there was no problem at all. In any problem whatever, 1 in 1 million would see no problem. The real problem is, how do you reach this guy who sees the absence of the problem? Now, let us ask another question. Why is it that the man 1 in 1 million says there is no problem? This person is inevitably and naturally untaught, ignorant of all scientific procedures and all science. The scientist has great trouble looking forward past his problem because his knowledge gets in the way. It is only the very ignorant person who can get past that problem, because he is not fogged over by knowledge. When you're looking for new answers to new questions, it is knowledge itself that blocks progress. It is knowledge that creates real ignorance, just as wealth creates poverty. Knowledge creates ignorance. Every time a new discovery is made, enormous new areas of ignorance are opened up. One of the greatest human discoveries, the automatic cybernetic governor on a steam engine, was made by an 8-year-old boy who had the job of pulling the steam cock, and every time the big wheel went around, he pulled the steam cock to let the steam out. He wanted to play marbles. He tied the string to the wheel and made one of the greatest inventions of all human history. Now, the engineers who made the steam engine could not possibly have seen this simple gimmick. Only an ignorant kid who wanted to play marbles could see such things. Now, the greatest discoveries in human history are of that kind. Another strange circumstance attending all discovery and all investigation is this: the effects come before the causes. Without any exception, in every human development, in every discovery, all the effects come before the cause or the discovery itself. So when the discovery is finally made, everybody says, well, anybody could have seen that. The time was ripe. So about the time somebody discovers a telephone, there are 1,000 people who invent the telephone. And then the law courts are filled with suits for generations. Darwin and Wallace discovered evolution at the same time without any personal acquaintance.